A 93-year-old woman from Eustis was arrested Tuesday after refusing to leave the residence she was evicted from. Juanita Fitzgerald was charged with trespassing after a warning. Eustis police officers took her to the Lake County Jail shortly after 10 a.m., according to an arrest report. She turns 94 on Friday. On Thursday, Fitzgerald was released by a judge on her own recognizance and was being turned over to a caregiver, Lake County Sheriff's Office spokesman John Harrell said. Fitzgerald was evicted from the senior housing community at the National Church Residence's Franklin House in Eustis. Police said she was given notice of her eviction the day before and refused to leave the building lobby. "Unless you carry me out of here, I'm not going anywhere," she told police, the report shows. Jones said a deputy on scene tried to connect Fitzgerald with family members and other housing resources, but she refused. He added that she also rejected an offer for a place to stay from a nurse at the scene. Eustis police showed up shortly after the eviction notice was served. Spokesman Jim Franquez said officers offered several options to find housing for her elsewhere, but Fitzgerald did not want to move. A spokeswoman with Franklin House, Karen Twynham, would not comment directly on Fitzgerald's case but said the independent living community followed protocol in the weeks leading up to her arrest. "Juanita lived in an independent living community, and our action was based on our overriding concern for her own safety," Twynham said in a statement. She added that the residents spent months working with Juanita, collaborating with other agencies in the area and presenting her with safe housing options. "Now that this matter is in the courts, it is our hope that it will be resolved quickly for her health and wellness," Twynham said. B.E. Thompson, a board member with the Mid-Florida Homeless Coalition, said the agency was one of several involved in helping Fitzgerald. Thompson said Fitzgerald was in the process of renewing her lease with Franklin House, but there were changes in the contract that she didn't agree with, though he did not specify what those details were. The eviction case against Fitzgerald was filed on November 7, and Thompson said the trial transpired before she ever received legal services. "I think obviously we're all disappointed that the result so far is an incarcerated almost 94-year-old as a result of an eviction," Thompson. "But there is one person Fitzgerald has been in regular communication with through the eviction process, a staff member at the Attorney General Pam Bonda's office. Fitzgerald is on a first-name basis with Chris Provenzano, a senior consumer services analyst for the Attorney General's office. He said he's known her since December 2014 and she calls regularly. He said Fitzgerald is very opinionated but always level-headed and direct." Provenzano said she first stated she was concerned about being evicted from her apartment in late summer, after having a conversation with the property manager who she said was holding up a closed fist. Fitzgerald received help from the Florida Blind Services Division, Provenzano said, who helped her read through legal documents and forms with the government agencies.